Hey there, it's Jacy from Canine Co-Pilots. I was asked a question at one of my last training classes this past weekend about putting out a whole bunch of hides, multiple hides. Um, the question was, how do we go about doing it, and is it okay to do? So my explanation, and this is just my view on it, there's no right or wrong, but this is my view on it, is before you put a whole bunch of hides out in a series, 8, 9, 10, 12 hides, one, you got to figure out why you're going to do it. What's the purpose of doing it? There are good reasons to do it. One, high rate of reinforcement. You getting the dog out there and getting them find after find after find after find, and you're paying them. It gives you a chance to work on practicing your reward placement and your timing too, over and over again. Bam, 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 hitting all 10 hides, rewarding at the right time, rewarding at the right place. You start to build muscle memory. You start to really build an expectation in the dog that the reward's going to come now and here. So it can help keep the dog at source. You're also going to be able to use it to build mental and physical endurance. If your normal number of hides is 2, 3, 4 for this exercise, and you stretch it out to 10, by the time they get to 10, you're going to stretch their mental endurance to the limit. Even the most energetic, crazy, supercharged dogs will get tired after so many hides. You can also use this to build patterns. Your perimeters, working straight lines, working side to side down a hallway. You can use it to build patterns and habits in that dog, so they're getting used to swinging side to side, if that's the way you choose to make that search happen. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And good things can happen from that. Cons. One, the fatigue. We mentioned it already in the pros, but the fatigue is also a problem when you stack it on top of all of the challenges that you have within that search area. Before I'd put 10 hides out, I would try to evaluate all the challenges that I can identify and see and add them all up. If you have 10 hides and your number of challenges is 30, that's a lot of stuff the dogs have to work through just to get to source. You have to decide, is that really going to be good training? Is that really going to be a good experience for the dog? The next thing you should take into consideration as a con for this is the number of unknown challenges. If you've ever put a hide out, you know that there's going to be something that can happen, be it environmental, noise, somebody walking through a search area, you dropping the leash, you stepping on the dog. There's all kinds of other challenges that you can't identify before you start. So you have to add those on top of the other challenges that are out there. And when you have all of those three different items stacked on top of each other, it can cause a bad experience for the handler. It can also give the dog an opportunity to practice giving up, saying to heck with this, doesn't matter anymore, I'm out of here. And as they get tired, if the harder hide is at the end, the dog may not search it, and as you walk away, you start looking at that dog going, we got work to do because you're not able to do these simple hides. In reality, it's just a lot of hides. The dog was tired, and there's nothing we can do to push them any farther. So those are just my thoughts on using lots and lots and lots of hides in a search. Not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong. Just my thought on doing it. Thank you all, and happy sniffing.